Hello guys, welcome to another RDI episode. In today's video, we're gonna show you how we do a reverse installation or from the inside out. And to make sure we do this installation the right way, we're gonna have to mirror the logo and also pay attention to how we're gonna layer or apply each layer of vinyl. And for today's project, we're gonna use our Graphic CE 6060, and there's a reason why we're gonna use this vinyl cutter. I will get to it in just a minute. The type of vinyl we're going to be using is the Oracle 651, and as you can see here, we have small pieces or scrap pieces of vinyl that we're going to use. That's why we always save the bigger ones, and the same goes with our transfer, and it will be the Art Tape Clear Choice AT75.1, same as AT75. This is the software we use to vector our images, and it is CorelDRAW X6, and there are different tools that we use throughout our videos, but here's one of those tools that we recommend that you guys get is the color guide for Oracle 651 vinyl. You will get a little sample of each color just to make sure that you get the right color before you place your order. And same thing goes with the Caesar or the HTV color guide. You will get all the instructions, temperatures, and all that stuff. We are going to have all the links in the description of the video if you guys want to support our channel. Thank you so much. Now back to the vinyl cutter. The reason we're going to be using this in particular is because this is perfect when using smaller pieces of vinyl. We do not have to use any cutting mat, so it saves us a lot of time. Since I'm going to be making the logo a little bit smaller, usually we make it about 12 or bigger than that, but today we're going to adjust it to the size of the vinyls since this is going to be just a side project. This is the logo we're going to be working with, and the software, as I mentioned it earlier, it is CorelDRAW X6. We have different versions. Since we have worked with this customer several times, we have applied this logo on cars, even on windows. I'm gonna make sure to leave the links to every video in the end of this video. Make sure you check them out too after you watch this one, obviously. This is what the logo usually looks like, or normally would look like. The one on top, as you can see, we have all the colors separated, and we're gonna use the registration marks to align it when applying it. It will make more sense once we get to the installation, but since we're gonna apply it from the inside out, we have to mirror it. But before I do that, I'm gonna explain to you on a normal day or normal installation from the outside, we would apply the yellow, and then we would apply the white, and then later on, or the last color we would apply will be the black. I mean, it's not going to be 100% aligned, but just to make a point, this is what how we would combine it. But since we're going to do reverse, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to get rid of the top one, and I'm going to move this up. This is the order that we're going to have to apply it. The first layer we're going to apply will be the black. Then we would apply the white, and the last one will be the yellow color. Before I actually send them, I'm gonna have to mirror them because we wanna make sure that people can see it from the outside. The software that came with this vinyl cutter, it is Cutting Master 3. And before I send the first layer, I just wanted to show you how this image looks after I have mirrored it. And in case you're not familiar with this software, pretty much you get access to all the settings. And since we are on the settings, I'm going to show you what settings we're going to be using. Offset 0, speed 34, acceleration 1, cut force 13. And you can still change a few things here, like you can mirror the image, you can mirror it back to normal, but I need to go back to the original. It doesn't really matter what order you cut the vinyl. What really matters is when you apply it, that's when you have to pay close attention. And I'm moving the wheels to adjust it to the size of the vinyl. This is one of the main reasons why I love this, because I don't have to worry about using a cutting mat. I know it sounds like a big deal, but believe me, if you're busy, you know that's a big deal. I didn't add any width boxes. This logo is kind of small, so there was no really need. I could increase the speed, but I think it's good the way it is right now. It's not too fast, not too slow. It's just perfect. And in case if you guys want to check out the software that came with this vinyl cutter, you can download it for free. That's another good thing about that software. And you can go to graphtechamerica.com. I'm going to make sure to leave the link in the description of the video. This first color is ready, and now I'm going to do the same with the other colors. I think I'm going blind. And this is perfect, like when you apply the decals from the inside out. If the weather is really bad, like today, if it's really cold, it's perfect to be able to do it from the inside, not worrying about the elements of the weather. I think this side looks better. If you guys cannot afford investing money in a Graphtec, this one will cost you about from $1,800 to about $2,000 just for the vinyl cutter. So I know that that is a huge investment, but if you cannot afford that, we have videos about Cameo 4, which right now you can get it for about $200, like $200, $250, something like that. But that's just for the vinyl cutter. And I'm gonna make sure to leave the links for those videos as well. And this layer is ready. Now it's time to start weeding out our vinyls. But if you guys are liking this video, make sure that you guys give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. We appreciate all the support. To weed out our vinyl, we're gonna use two different tools. We're gonna use the weeder and some scissors just in case. I'm gonna start with the yellow color. I added a weed box only for this one. Maybe you cannot notice it, but it's kind of dark in here. I'm going to be extremely careful with our registration marks. I'm going to turn it this way. Usually the letters are easier to weed out from a certain angle. The white color was a little bit of a challenge, but I got it. And I'm trying to keep it as close as I can to the original, like the colors. Now it's time to apply our transfer, and I'm going to start with the yellow color, and I'm going to use this. Hopefully I can use some of this left for the other color. We are ready to apply our vinyl decals, but before we do that, I want to show you the tools that we might use in the installation. The first is a solution. It could be rapid tag, action tag, or you can make your own homemade solution. I will make sure to leave the information on how you can make that solution. After we have applied our solution, we're going to use the towel. We're going to use some measuring tape to make sure that our logo is centered. Some tape. We may use our cutting knife, squeegee, scissors, and weeder. If you were gonna use only one layer of vinyl or just letters like the ones we have here, like you wouldn't really have to worry about this whole deal. The reason we're gonna do it this way is because we have different layers and we have to pay close attention to each layer, because if you do it wrong, then people won't be able to read the letters. The very first thing we have to do before we apply any vinyl decals, we gotta make sure we clean the surface, and we're gonna use the rapid tag for that. We're gonna make sure to wipe off all the dust, dirt, whatever we have on the window, and just let it dry for a little bit, because we're gonna use a piece of tape to hold the decal in place. And this is what I meant by using the alignments or the registration marks as a reference. I can measure it to the sides and then to the top, and the measurements are the same. So this would be perfect. But honestly, guys, after apply this, I'm gonna have to remove it because we're not gonna leave it there. But let's say that this was a big decal. This is what we would do. We would use the cutting knife to get rid of half of the backing paper. I would just cut it like this, and then this is the reason why you gotta practice before you go ahead and do the installation. I'm not gonna delete this. I'm gonna make sure to leave it so you get an idea what you should analyze the installation before you go ahead and do it. And this is what we would do if this was a big decal. I mean, this is a 5 or 6 inch vinyl decal. It's not too big, but I'm still gonna use the cutting knife to show you. And then I'm gonna go outside and show you what it looks like if you were only using one color. Now I can do the top section. And I'm gonna save those in case I reuse them. Now I'm gonna remove our transfer. Right now you can barely see it because we are outside, but after we apply all the different layers of vinyl, you're gonna be able to see the difference. But let's go back inside because it's kind of cold and wet. I'm gonna use my scissors to expose the registration marks. Then I'm just gonna center it. Now it's looking better. Let's go outside and see what it looks like from the outside. It's taking shape. We still need to add the last layer of vinyl, and this is why it was really important that we make sure that we apply the right colors in the right order. Like you can see the letters, you can read them clearly from the outside, like the black. I'm talking about the black, and then the top, after we apply the yellow, it's gonna look a lot better. Let's go back inside. You know, this is very interesting installation. I'm actually liking it. I'm having fun. Now I'm going to try to align this. May not get it 100%, but I'm going to try. No, I think I got it right there. I moved the camera. Hopefully you can see it better from that angle. I'm always in an awkward position, but just don't pay much attention to that. That was loud. Now I can throw these away. I'm not gonna use them anymore. I think we're gonna end up with a few bubbles. Won't be a big deal anyway. I want to try to get rid of as many as I can. Let's go from the outside before we remove the tape. Mornings, breakfast, and brunch. And we are from the outside. It looks really good. All right, I'm going to start removing this. And we are done. I just got to remove those registration marks. Do you guys do this type of installation usually from the inside out when working on windows or when working on something like this? Let us know in the comments. We would like to get your feedback. Thank you so much. Just gonna use the weeder. And remember guys that we have all the links in the description of the video, or if you want to go straight to our website, that's where you can get all the equipment, tools. Yeah, just go to www.rdidecals.com. All right. I think it looks great. I don't really see many bubbles. There you guys have it, an installation from the inside out and being able to read from the outside in. If you guys like this video, make sure you give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. If you want to support us additionally by becoming a VIP member, just go to the join button and you will get all the instructions. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys until the next one.